Hey everyone, my name is Nick. This is Film Quest. Today we're watching House of the Dragon Episode 2. Last time on House of the Dragon, we had Viserys naming Rhaenyra, his daughter, as his heir over Daemon Targaryen, his brother, going against the 100 years of tradition and precedent set previously in a council meeting just 10 years ago. I'm sure that's going to go over well and create no issues whatsoever. Daemon was sent back to the Vale. He left on Caraxes, his dragon, with his mistress, I guess. I think her name's Massaria. Yeah, I'm excited to get into it. Let's see what's going on in episode 2 here. Let's see what happens. Previously
Growing alliance
on.
among the free cities has taken to styling itself the Triarchy.
Here we go. Are we gonna get an intro this time? Yes, we're getting an intro. Oh, it's so good. This looks like a river of blood. God, I missed hearing this. Is this what Viserys was sculpting? Still can't quite tell what this is. Yes. Fire and blood. Crab feeder. So this is the stepstones. Oh. Oh, they're still alive. Oh, that's awful.
With the help of the
So he's the
Hand, I've
new
invited a number
Lord
of fine
Commander?
candidates to court. All have
That was
passed.
Rhaenyra's personal guard.
I don't want compensation.
What's justice?
I want to seize the Stepstones by force and burn. Has been allowed to seize Dragonstone and fortify it with an army of his gold cloaks. Daemon has
Oh, is that what he did?
Half a year without even a protest from the crown.
I'll caution you, Lord Corlys.
It's been half a year?
A seat
Ooh.
at the king's table does not make you his equal.
You have dragon riders, father. Send us.
Bold. Very bold.
You should choose.
Giving her the position, but not really respecting her.
Service to the crown, sir. Do any of these knights have combat experience? Beyond capturing poachers?
No. Green as grass.
Sir Criston Cole,
Ah.
Crown. Seaguard, for instance, is the realm's prime defense against reavers from
Choosing them
the
not from their
Islands.
skill, but for that they can bring.
This was the Onogrion.
It's
The
Valyria?
blood mages work their craft. The histories and provide the plans. The stonemasons build the structures.
Do
Okay.
you believe that
There are times when I would rather face the Black Dread himself than mine own daughter of 15.
So she's 15.
I fear that she wouldn't understand them.
No, Your Grace.
Keeping secrets.
He didn't choose me, he spurned Daemon.
There's a difference, yeah. It's a good place made of stone because that's a lot of candles.
Though disinherited, has claimed the Targaryen seat on Dragonstone without challenge. And now a foreign power has established a colony in our most critical shipping lane.
You're gonna look weak.
You paint such an aspirant portrait of my reign, Lord Corlys.
It is an honest one, cousin.
The storm, you can either sail into it or around it. But you must never await its coming.
Have to act. You have to act.
propose, my lord?
You could not ask for a stronger match than Lena.
Bunch of leeches, man. Bunch of leeches.
You will learn.
Speaking out of turn, undermined him. Leeches? Or... Oh, now that's two? Oh my god.
This is our best chance to save the digit, Your Grace. The maggots will remove the dead
Maggots,
flesh and hopefully stop the advance of the rot.
Replace her for duty's sake. You are the king, but I do not envy you.
Most powerful and least powerful man in the world. Or in the realm, at least. Least amount of less choice than you would think. Wow, she is pretty young though. That is, yeah.
But Vagar still lives. Somewhere.
Vagar.
But too large for the dragon pit. It would be a great honor to join our houses as they were in old Valyria. I would give you many children of pure Valyrian blood so that we might strengthen the royal line and the realm.
Is that what your father told you to say?
Sounds like it. It's a good man, but a good man. It's hard for a good man to be king.
It bothers you, does it not?
They're gonna bond here.
New heirs, and chances are better than not that one of those will be male. And when that boy comes of age and your father has passed, the men of the realm will expect him to be heir, not you.
Yep.
Because that is the order of things. And your father is no fool.
Change. Anything that upsets the status quo.
Seems the realm wants for new.
Really focus on that nervous tick of hers.
Bought you something.
A very kind gesture, Alison.
So I wonder if this is her manipulating him, or if she really is like feeling something for him.
Very kind.
Skorkidoso se triso droman tomepsa uliroti rilaudixo.
Daridoros Daemon Sikiasida se Glivzeus.
Daemon stole the dragon egg.
Left a missive, which I believe might explain.
It is the pleasure of Daemon Targaryen, the Prince of Dragonstone and rightful heir to the Iron Throne, egg placed in the babe's cradle in the custom of House
Oh
Targaryen.
boy.
The prince has invited you to his wedding, Your Grace. It is in 2 days'
Bold.
God.
Very bold.
Who is Lady Missaria?
We believe
Daemon's Hall.
Dromon hidrotso iles Daridoros.
Dream fires eggs.
Matsombile iderepte enkono.
Oh, she told him that.
I will go to Dragonstone and drag
Yeah,
Daemon
there
back
it
to face
is.
justice
Your
myself.
Grace. My apologies, Your Grace, but
Pushed
I
his
cannot allow
buttons.
it. It's too dangerous. Daemon is without limit.
What's he gonna do? Not the leadership move, I don't think. Dragonstone. It's been a long time since we've seen it. Noxious walkway and all. That's a beautiful shot.
Very good.
This is a truly pathetic show, Daemon. Are you so desperate for the king's attention that you've resorted to skulking about like
These
a
two
common
hate
cutthroat?
each other.
Keeping with the traditions of my house, the same as my brother did for his heir.
Those traditions...
Here it is.
Are you mad?
There it is.
You'd never survive this.
Well, happily, neither would you.
To choose Vile and its mother.
Oh. Dragon? Oh shit. Oh boy. They have dragons.
All of
Is there another one? Oh. It's Rhaenyra. Oh, shit. Oh, that's awesome. What? Oh. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous.
The reason that you were disinherited. If you wish to be restored as heir, you'll need to kill me. So do it.
Bold. She's showing the strength of being a leader. Viserys wasn't here. I think he respects that. That was cool. He wouldn't tell them she was actually pregnant. That's what upset her.
Your child.
Perhaps when we are wed, we can make that true.
No, it was all a lie.
Will never be threatened by childbirth.
Good. Children can be such irritating creatures.
You swore to protect me, Daemon.
From what?
Fear.
She's got a lot of good points.
In the realm, Your Grace. Proud men don't like having to look up.
True.
Lena Valarian.
It's not an obligation you can put off for long.
What if I was to reject Lord Corlys' proposal?
He would not be light to take it.
Absolute power, but no freedom.
I fear nothing short of a direct line to the Iron Throne would satisfy him. You should
Need. Who is he to act to me?
No one, Your Grace. But Driftmark makes for a better ally than it does an enemy.
That's true.
The Snake has made a calculated reach. Fair play for a man.
Your Grace.
What's going on here?
The princess has returned from Dragonstone.
Oh.
Only heir. You could have been killed.
May I sit?
You gotta risk that or you're no leader.
You went to Dragon.
Alone, in my grief.
I wish I had known better. What to say to you in the aftermath.
Finally communicating with each other.
I struggled to realize that my daughter had so quickly become a woman grown.
the Lady Alicent Hightower.
Yeah.
Before Spring's End.
He's gonna resign.
This is an absurd.
And the dangers of marrying for love as a ruler. Yeah. She's gonna feel betrayed.
Rhaenyra.
Unlike every other lord of the realm, I can say that I built my house's high seat with the strength of mine own back.
Legendary for his voyages.
I've always thought of you and I as having been made from the same cloth.
Yeah.
Some Mirish prince feeding Westerosi sailors to the crabs.
I've been petitioning the king in balls and tourneys.
I will speak of my brother as I wish. You will not.
Still family.
Waiting in the steps to sons, Daemon.
Second sons.
Is not given.
Is that like the harpy mask? Huh. Okay, wow. That was super enjoyable second episode. So we start out with Daemon having gone to Dragonstone instead of back to his wife and kind of just taking it over, and Viserys not doing a damn thing about it. We cut 6 months later. The Lord Commander of the Kingsguard has died. The person, I think his name was Harwin Strong, is I think it would be Harwin Strong. Well, anyway, he is now the new Lord Commander of the Kingsguard, and we have to choose a new knight to replace the dead one. And Rhaenyra chooses Sir Criston Cole, who's the only one with actual battle experience. Daemon steals an egg from the dragon pits for Mysaria, who I thought would be like pregnant, but I guess she's not. In fact, she's pretty pissed that he says that. I think in the book she actually was pregnant, and he sent her away to protect her, and she ended up losing the child through all of this, and he blamed Viserys for that. But now she wasn't pregnant at all, and she's learning all this that he's told her. Like, she's saying, like, you're putting a target on my back. Don't put a target on my back. And it looked like, I mean, when Caraxes comes in, I'm like, oh shit, like, how are they going to get this egg? They're just going to be slaughtered. And then there's a beautiful shot with the clouds just kind of splitting, and you just see like Syrax come up out of the clouds and just land, and just have this epic shot of the two dragons. Incredible. And then it shows Rhaenyra like showing her worth as a ruler, like getting the egg back without bloodshed, because she's like, she's family essentially, and they really do a good job of showing that like Daemon cares about his family in his own way. I mean, like, he's kind of a rough individual, but he cares. This is shot so beautifully. That whole sequence on Dragonstone was epic, just epic, absolutely amazing. I'm loving how this is shot. Love the writing so far. Everything just seems to be like building upon everything. We've got basically Daemon and Corlys both being spurned by Viserys and kind of joining forces to take back the Stepstones, or to take over the Stepstones, so that, Corlys's house isn't pretty much brought to ruin because of the trade routes being taken over. He's brought this up many times, but they just get spurned, and reject, like, that's not important to the realm. That's, what, and he's the only one who's like, hey, if these trade routes, it's really going to be bad for me if these trade routes are taken over. And like, I have half of your fleet. Like, I'm just supposed to, back you and guard, and be there for you, but you can't protect my interests. Like, what? And then finally just tips him over the edge when he was spurned again by offering his daughter for marriage and getting passed over for Alicent Hightower, which also angers Rhaenyra because that's her best friend. Like, yeah, that's that's not okay. That's not okay. So it was just going in such a crazy direction already, and it's still, there's so many twists and turns to get to the point. So now we've got Rhaenyra and Alicent kind of at odds with each other. And if I like that the episodes are skipping a fair amount of time because we're kind of moving through this, because I think this first season's got like a lot of time to skip before we get to the actual like Dance of the Dragons proper. Because there's so much setup. There's so much just political, just like so much of it is set up in Viserys' reign. And we're seeing a lot of it just in these first 2 episodes. Everybody, like, the thing about being a king is like everyone thinks it's this great thing. Like you have absolute power, like you can do anything you want, but you're like beholden to everyone else. Like if they don't love you and they don't follow you, then you're nothing. You're basically just, you're basically just nothing without them. And if you anger them and spurn them, like you have a lot of duty to keep these people happy and also keep the realm like peaceful. Which is kind of like Viserys. I kind of feel for him because he seems like a good man, but a bad leader. It's like the line in Black Panther, like you're a good man, but it's hard for a good man to be king. Like Jaehaerys was a great king, like one of the best ever. Probably the best Targaryen ruler by most people's accounts. And you saw like he made a lot of really tough choices, like going up against, like having the lords essentially just vote on his heir, and just going with what they said, and not kind of challenging that notion that a woman should not inherit the title over a male heir, because it was felt strongly that that's not how it should be, and he knew that catalyst for change would be very violent and cause a lot of strife and cause a lot of problems for the realm. So it's like it's this tough balance of doing what is right versus doing what will cause the least amount of bloodshed and strife. So we're gonna get a lot of that, and then the whole thing is just gonna be blown up and just blown out of proportion here in the next few episodes, I'm sure. Now we've got Corlys and Daemon, sailing to war on the Stepstones, to do something about that, to fight the Crowd Feeder, who had a mask I think looked like the Harpy mask, the Harpies from Game of Thrones. I wonder if they're gonna talk about the history of that a little bit. That'd be kind of cool to hear more about. It was really cool hearing Viserys talk about Old Valyria a little bit, and just like kind of how great it was, and the majesty of it, and how we'll never get to those heights again. Like it's just unattainable. Like the thousands of dragons, and they've got like 10, and it's taken them 100+ years to get 10. Like it's just not attainable anymore. I thought that was it's really cool to get background on Old Valyria, because we just don't know much about it. We just assume he talked about being built in a volcano or near a volcano, kind of like Dragonstone. And I assume it's some volcanic activity, whether magical or just natural, that caused it all to, die essentially. Yeah, I love this episode. It's going great. It's just getting better and better, and everything is going to just blow up and explode and be so complicated and so crazy. And I'm here for it, and I'm ready for it, and I'm excited for it. We got a little bit of dragon on dragon action, a little bit. I was just going to get like so much more, but just seeing them kind of at odds with each other for just a second was like, oh yeah. But thank you for watching the video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Like the video, comment. Helps me out a lot. You can follow me on Twitter and Facebook, and I'll post there whenever my videos go live, so it'll take you right to them. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.